Most of us have experienced the shock of a close relationship being suddenly severed. One moment the connection is there, and the next it's gone. There is no explanation provided, no goodbye, and no clarifying message, just an immediate, total silence. This creates what psychologists call an information vacuum. Because the human brain is designed to find patterns, it struggles to process a story with missing data. When denied an explanation, the brain manufactures logic to fill the void, creating a feedback loop of speculative thoughts. We replay old conversations, scanning for mistakes to justify their behavior. Without external feedback, the mind decides you are the problem. All routes lead to self-blame. The agony of this silence is more than just the person's physical absence. It's the mental exhaustion of trying to solve an equation where the variables are hidden. To understand the leaver's perspective, look at the timing. Physical departures are rarely as sudden as they appear. This timeline shows the disparity. The physical departure is a single point, but the emotional exit began weeks earlier. Early on, conversations become less frequent. Then, effort weakens and interest fades. They are slowly disconnecting while maintaining outward appearances. Because this fade is so gradual, it's easy to miss. The small changes in behavior don't raise alarms until the final break. This disappearance is just the final stage of a long, incredibly quiet process of unwinding the relationship's deepest bonds. Seeing this shifts the focus. The ending wasn't a sudden failure on your part. It was a slow, unilateral decision made by the leaver. If the departure was planned, why choose silence over a simple explanation? Sudden silence is actually a functional application of psychological avoidance. It is a way to exit without managing the friction of an actual conversation. This behavior is driven by three specific internal pressures: a fear of conflict, the weight of guilt, and an inability to process complex emotions. Silence acts as a shield against these pressures. By disappearing, the leaver avoids seeing the pain they caused or defending their decision. This choice suggests the leaver has reached their interpersonal limits. They lack the tools to navigate the discomfort of honesty. The lack of an explanation reflects their current emotional capacity. It has nothing to do with your value or right to the truth. The silence demonstrates that the leaver prioritized their own immediate comfort over the long-term clarity of the relationship. For the person left behind, the days following a departure are often spent in a desperate pursuit of closure. We often treat closure as a gift that must be delivered by the person who hurt us. But this diagram shows the shift required for resolution. Closure is not something someone else gives you. Someone who uses avoidance to leave is, by definition, unable to provide the honest communication needed for a traditional goodbye. Real resolution comes from within. It is the act of accepting that the silence itself is the final answer. It requires an intentional decision to disconnect your internal peace from another person's willingness to talk. You have to stop spending mental energy on the question of why they left. Instead, that energy is better spent on your own momentum and deciding exactly where you are going next. Resilience isn't about getting the truth from someone who is hiding. It's about having the strength to walk forward without needing their permission to heal.